Okay, we should be back up. Should be back up, y'all. Should be back up. Should be back up now. We're back up on. Should be back up on. Uh, should be back up on face on YouTube, and so we're trying to get those back in you on Facebook. We should be back up, y'all. So y'all just give me one moment, and if we back up on YouTube, we should be back up. All right, everybody, we back. We back. Y'all come on back in. Come on back in. We had a malfunction. Y'all come on back in. All right. So what I was saying was, we got any viewers? Not yet. Okay. All right. So what I'm saying is one of the key principles and what helps us with our logos and to grow our logos. And one of the things that logos is doing to maximize its use is I think is more so leaning to library. So let's pull it up and let's look at it. So when we look at it, when we look at our logos, one of the key things about logos is our library. So many guys say I don't have a lot of books. I don't have a lot of books. It's a lot of I don't have a lot of stuff in my books. It's very important for you to make that investment into your library. Make that investment into your library. And one of the features that I think a lot of people miss with Logos is the printed library. So a lot of people you may not have bought a lot of books from Logos, but you have a lot of paperback, hardback books in your library, in your physical books that you may have in your library, in your office or at home, whatever. Those books they could be put and used into your logos. They could be used in your logos. So these out of these 13,946 books that you all see in my library, 200 of them, when we look at them, you look at them, 200 of them in my printed. 202 are printed in my printed library. So it's called print library. Now, these, I have more books than that, but just these are the books that I just have taken the time to put in. So let me show you. So what you could do it straight from your computer, from your interface, from Logos. Go to your library tab, and you go to your library tab, and you go to add to library. So there's 289,789 results out there of books that Logos have that you may have in your library. So one of the books that I have is Tony Evans' Kingdom Values. So that's a book I have, but I don't have it in my library. So what you do is, not the devotional. Here, go right here at the bottom. So you see Kingdom Values, Character Over Chaos. I can preview or buy the book, but I already have the hard copy. I have the physical, tangible copy. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna add to your print library. That's very important. And you're asking, why is that so important? That is important because the way Logos is setting up now, everything is centered around your library. It's centered around what you have in your library with searches, with what we're going to get into, the AI study assistant. All that is centered around your library. So you're saying, I don't have the funds, I don't have the money right now to buy the package. I don't have the money right now to buy the Logos package or have it to buy what they just came out with the 2026 library packages. So you may not have the money, but you have the tangible hard copies of that book. So you can put that in your Logos printed library. And what it does, you can, when we continue to go on, I'll show you what that's going to do is when you start searching, it searches that book out for you. And when when you make a search, it adds that book into your library. And so what it does, it brings up a summary, but then it tells you the page number. So I may not have it in my Logos, but I can go off my bookshelf and grab that book and grab that book and find the page number and put it on there and read what Logos has said. So a lot of guys want to know, and people want to know, okay, how do I prioritize? Prioritizing my books. There are certain books that I will use all the time, and when I open up anything in Logos, I want to prioritize. So you go to your library tab, hit the three dots, go to prioritize books. Every time I open up a Bible, anything pertaining to scripture, the ESV is going to come up because that's my top Bible. All right. My one of the that's already automatic. If you have Logos, the Bible Knowledge Commentary, that's going to be your default commentary. But there are other commentaries that every time that I open up or I'm researching anything, these are the books that I am prioritizing that comes up. So that's how you prioritize your books, so they can come up in a way that that when you research and open, that is what you're getting. You're getting the prioritized view of what you have set aside. All right. So that's one of the things, and I think that's big and important because that's going to help shape your study is your library. And I know many guys and people and women, you're feeling like, okay, I got to spend a lot of money right now, and you may not have it right now. So I think one of the things is understanding that I can use the resources I already have. And if I use the resources I already have, then I'm good. So one of the new features that Logos has, and another way to build your library, and I think a lot of people sleep on this, and I want to say a lot of people sleep on this, and what it is, every month Logos gives a free book away. Every month. So you get 12 free books a month. A year, 12 free books a year from Logos. All you have to do is log in logos.com, hit deals, go down to hit the tab deals, and it's free books. All right. So they give you a free book. So you're missing out. You're missing 12 free books a year. that you can add to your library. Then, if you become a subscriber, I am a pro subscriber to Logos, a pro subscriber. So a pro subscriber, I get early released on things. I actually get a free book, another free book. So I actually get two books free because I am a subscriber. And with the subscriber, you get a 5% discount on the entire store of Logos. So everything you buy is 5% off. Then those who are in seminary, if you're in school, I want y'all to see my face so y'all can see. So if you're in school, if you're in school, if you're in school, you you can all you have to do is sign up for the academic profile, the academic discount. So they give you discounts off of books and material and resources if you in seminary or college. So there are ways that there are resources that and avenues you can use to receive. So one of the tools also that Logos has, and that's why I'm pointing out that the library is so important, is there are two features that depends on your library. And the two features are search and this new feature that I love, y'all. I have fallen in love with it. It has become my best friend. Is the search and the study assistant. So I'm going to show you how these works. And I want to say this because I know many of us who are in seminary, college, our seminaries and our colleges, they are very strict on AI, and they are afraid of so we shun away from it. We shun away from using AI. We don't want nothing to do with it because we don't want our paper to be flagged. We don't want our work to be flagged. And so what we do is we just shun away. What Logos has done, they have generated AI in Logos. Now, this is the thing where you don't have to sweat. You don't have to get upset. You don't have to trip about it because Logos AI does not search outside of Logos. Logos AI searches what's in your library. All right. So that's why it's important. That's why I'm telling you it's important for you to make sure. It's important for you to make sure that you build your library because all the answers, all the search that is done is based on your library. Okay. So let's do this. So the question is, what's the difference between the search and the study assistant? So with the search, okay, the search, I can do smart search or precise search. Smart search deals with it is AI. All right, it's AI. So with the smart search, I'm doing more so within my library, my books, open books, downloaded books, or I can do only my printed library. Only the books that I put in my printed library that I want to search. All right. So let's see the printed. I'm gonna do the printed library, and the question I'm gonna ask is, who was Abram promised child? Now that's only in my printed library. That's only in the books that I've put in. That's not searching my whole library. All right. So look. Huh? Okay. All right. So what's that? What you want? Facebook or YouTube? Facebook. Okay. Okay. All right. So look. 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 Huh? Okay. All right. So. What's that? What you want? Facebook or YouTube? Facebook. Okay. Okay. All right. So. What's that? What you want? Facebook or YouTube? Facebook. Okay. Okay. All right. So. Look. 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 Huh? Okay. Okay. All right. So. What's that? What you want? Facebook or YouTube? Facebook. Okay. All right. So, um, so, uh, all right, y'all. Okay. Um, so with the, is it still up?
It's still up, still live.
Okay.
Screen is
Okay.
expensive.
Okay. Let me. All right. Can y'all see me now? All right.
All right, we see you.
You see me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We back. We back. We back, y'all. We back. Okay. All right. We back. All right. So with the logos, I'm gonna show you how to search and the assistant. So with the search does what it does. Let's go back and let's go back and let's see what we can do. Let's see. Y'all come on back. Y'all
Found they still in you.
okay, y'all bear with me.
Okay.
Y'all bear with me. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So so with the logos, and while I'm straightening it out. So with the logos, y'all got any questions? See if you got any questions, drop them in the comments section. If there's any questions,
What's the black?
yeah, I just did that. Is there any questions so far?
Mr. Timothy Wright said it is good info in college press is a nice commentary.
Okay, all right. So the logos with the logos with the search and the study assistant. I think my best friend on there is Fields on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's Fields' favorite thing, y'all. He loves that study assistant. That's his best friend. Because it's your own personal researcher. It's your own personal researcher. It helps you. Now it's not gonna put the sermon together for you. All right, it's not gonna do it for you, but it's going to help you so you don't have to search all over the place for the information. So what it does, all right. So what the search does, all right. So with the search, we ask the question. All right. So we ask the question, uh, who was Abraham's promise promised child? So
It's not typing nothing in the search bar.
okay. So and it does the smart search for you. And it takes all the printed books that I have, and what it does, it puts it in a synopsis for me. Is it typing out? Okay. Y'all, this is wow. Okay. This is wow. Okay. So, all right. So so okay. Now there we go. Now y'all. Oh yeah, we on now. We on like a pot of neck bones. We on now, y'all. Can y'all see that screen now? Yeah, okay. Now we on. Let's cook now. Let's cook. So we asked the question, who was Abraham's Promised Child. So what it does, I'm searching all my printed books. So just say you're printing all your printed books in your library. So it does all that. But do you see? You see right here where it says the call of Abraham. Let me go right here. Believer's Bible Commentary. All right. It tells me page 1888, right? That's in that book. I can go straight to that page, and this is the information I'm going to find out. All right. So that's the point of the printed book. So just say if I want to ask that same question and I want to go to all my books. All right. Just say I want to go to all my books that I have. Now, you can ask the same question. Same question. But now it's searching everything. And it gives you a synopsis of the study. Now, you can start here on the search. Ask those simple questions. When you don't have a lot of time. We're sermon prepping. Some of us are in school trying to do life, live, do everything. And so you ain't got time to be flipping and turning. It's right here. So just say you want to continue. So just say, okay, 1 is the leadership ministry worldwide, Romans, the preacher's outline, sermon Bible. All right. So just say I want to continue to read what it says. I can hit that 1, right? And if I own the book, it's going to come up on the other side. And I can continue to read what the author was saying. Then just say, okay, number 2, the Lexium Research Commentaries. I know I own that. Let me give you one that I don't think I own. Number 4. Let me try number 4. Okay, I own that. All right. But if I didn't own the book, and that's what I love about Logos, even if you don't own the book, it still gives you a preview of what the book says. It's a way to entice you to buy the book. And so if I want to continue to read more on what the author is saying in the book, on that commentary, it may be an article, maybe a book, a journal, whatever it may be, that Logos has gone and done the research and went and found it for me. All I got to do is just hit it, and there it go. And then I can read. Got maps. I hit it, and it does the research. And then just say, okay, this is what I love about it too. And I know I have many of you all who are advocates for word search. And I know the word search was very easy, but Logos has made it now where it has made it so accessible to us. And so here it go. All right. I'm preaching on Genesis chapter 22. All right. I'm just picking a text. Genesis chapter 22. I've asked who's Abraham's promised child and say I want to continue in the search. So Logos has now put a AI generated called Study Assistant. So I can hit in, I'm still in the search, but now what the Sermon AI does, it gives me the follow-up. It drills now. It's going to go do the work for you. All right. It's like it's your own personal research assistant for you. So what it does, you hit that search. All right. And now we continue the same conversation. We know Isaac was the promised child. All right. We know that. So what's a question now we want to ask? I can look down here on your left, all my books. I'm still in all my books. I'm I haven't noticed. I hadn't opened up a commentary. I hadn't opened up study Bibles. I hadn't opened up nothing. This is intended, and I think the foundation of any effective sermon is questions. I think of an effective sermon is always going to be centered around questions. Anything, questions help you have better understanding, and it helps you convey it over to the people to have them moments to be like, the moments, because now you're questioning the text. All right. So I'm told you I'm preaching Genesis 22. So now I hadn't picked up a commentary, no study Bible. All I have is the study AI assistant and my search. So I want to know, what is the historical context of Genesis 22? I hadn't looked at nothing. I'm just putting it in and see what it gives me. I want to know what's the historical context. It's searching all my books, everything that's in my library. I want to know what's the historical context, because I got to preach it in context. All right? I got to make sure I'm preaching in context. Here it goes. Genesis 22 reflect the cultural practices of its time. Child sacrifice form part of various religious rituals. Do y'all see that? I hadn't opened nothing up. No Bible. When I say no Bible, I hadn't looked at no Bible, no commentary, no nothing. That's all I simply typed in. Well, what's the historical context? Now, since I have the historical context of a text, now I need to know what's the culture context of this text. I'm continuing the conversation. I hadn't picked up no Bible, opened up no commentary. Mondays, y'all, I'm sitting up with my iPad on front of my Mac, and y'all, if you got Logos, it can go on your phone, it can go on your tablet, or it can go on your CPU or your Mac. And now Logos has now put the study assistant. It's available on all three of those components. All right. So you could be anywhere, at the tire shop, getting your tire replaced, at the barber shop, wherever, coffee shop, whatever, you can have it. And just Monday, you know where you're going, you know where you're trying to preach. And so now you just want to ask questions. And so now you're asking these questions, and you hadn't opened up the Bible. You ain't read the text. You read the text, but you ain't really done no real hard work, because AI and the AI generated study assistant that's in Logos has made it available to you. There it go, right there. It's all right there. You see, it's all right there. It's available to you, all right there. If you want to keep going, and the good thing about this is that you can, like we did over here in the search, I can do the same thing over here in the study assistant. I can hit the number, and it opens up the book if I want to keep reading. Okay, man, that is this. I believe this is one of the. Man, this is an awesome tool. Now, here go an example right here I was trying to show y'all. Now, it puts this right here, God's accommodated his revelation to cultural conventions that Abraham would have recognized from his background. All right. So, number 2, I don't look at it. It gave me that, and notice what happened. I don't even own the book. So now it gave me that little information, and so now it's teasing me to try to buy the book. So those moments you will have that. And if you want to keep asking those questions, you can keep asking them so you can get a better understanding of a text. I challenge you, use the study assistant. Any text, just pick you a text, whatever you preach on Sunday. I'm preaching 1 Kings 3, 1 through 15. Whatever text, man, I did majority of my heavy lifting through the study assistant. Give me who is this? How old was this person? What does this word mean? What And we know in Genesis chapter 22, why did Abram call the mountain? Okay, why did Abram call the place God will provide? We know Jehovah Jireh. All right? And you don't have to be all, it knows what you're trying to say. That's the good thing about it. Because sometimes, because you're struggling in an argument trying to articulate what you're trying to say, it knows what it said, what you're trying to say. Look, why did Abram call the place God will provide? Here, go right here. This is why. Abram named the place the Lord will provide because the discovery of the ram functioned as a direct answer to his earlier declaration. That's in, what book is that? Creating in Blessings, a guide to study, okay, exposition of Genesis. So, and I want to read more on that. It comes over and I don't own the book, but it gives me that information. That's the cool thing about it. I don't even own the book, but it's giving me information from the book, right? So I could take that information. Why did just continue just asking those questions of the text that will help strengthen your hermeneutics to help with your biblical interpretation. You hadn't opened no commentary, no study Bibles, you hadn't done anything. So you just grabbing information, just pulling it, just helping yourself, learn more about the text. So now when I start shifting to the text and start creating my big ideal sermon in a sentence, cultivating my outline, I'm doing it in context because I've already done majority of the heavy lifting. So I don't have to go back and research, and I already have that information. Okay? So just say, and just say, okay, I've done that. Now I'm ready to pull up, and Logos have, they are called, you said, well, I've done that. This is what I want to do. I want to get some more understanding of my text. There's a tool that Logos have called Sermon Builder. Sermon Builder doesn't mean that it's going to build a sermon for you. Sermon Builder is a tool that what it does, Sermon Builder helps give you suggesting. It suggests a outline. So when you click on Sermon Builder, you click right here where it says suggest an outline. It's giving you a suggestion, and you can preach it if you want to. So what you do, you go to make sure it's a sermon assistant. You got a study assistant. Now you have a sermon assistant. Now the passage, Genesis 22, and what we want to look at. We look at verses 1 through 19, when God tests Abraham. All right. If your sermon has a theme, you can put the theme. Those of us who like 3 points, hey, you can do 3 points. You can say, hey, I want 4 points, I want 5, or I just want 1 main point. However, we'll do the 3 points. Then, who's your audience? Are you preaching to adults, teens, or children? Most of the time, I put all 3 because I'm preaching all 3. So then I hit generate. What it does, it generates ideas of suggestions of outlines that I can use. And it doesn't, faith under fire, Abraham's unyielding test. So it gives me the summary. This passage narrates the profound test that God sets before Abraham, asking him to sacrifice his son Isaac, highlighting themes of obedience, faith, and God's provision. Gives you the application. All right? The teaching. The sermon teaches, the sermon teaches faith, often involves trusting God in the face of difficult trials. It emphasizes the importance of obedience to God's command and the assurance that He is our ultimate provider. How this passage could point back to Christ. Now, that right there, I struggle with that. And I don't know, who else you may be struggling with it. So sometimes I type in the text, especially Old Testament text. I type it in the sermon assistant outline to help me because I need to see how does it point back to Christ. And I ain't just talking about at the end of the sermon, one Friday evening on the hill called Calvary, He died. We know that. But how does this text points us back to the fulfillment of prophecy of Jesus Christ coming? All right. So I like that. And that's one of the features I like, how it points me back to Christ. Then it gives you a big idea. Then it gives recommended study. As you prepare for the sermon, use your AI library. So it gives you suggesting. Then here go. It gives you points. It gives you points. You don't have to go to AI, Chat GBT, and Perplexity to try to find you points. It gives you points right here. And you say, well, okay, I like that. That's cool. I want to generate another one. Let me see what else it can find. You hit generate another one. See what it can become of. And it generates and builds you another one. Ultimate test, discovering God's faithfulness, gives you the same. Everything changed because now the approach of the text has changed. Now, it gives you 3 points. It breaks it down. All right? Say, okay, I want another one. You can do another one. I mean, it's going to generate for you as many times as you see fit. That you feel like, hey, this is what I need. Do it until you get what you need from the AI, from the sermon assistance outline. All right. So that's one of the tools. Here go another tool you can use. Same place in the outlines. You got. This is where I struggle with sometimes, and I think many of us as preachers and pastors, we struggle with the fact of we struggle with illustrations. We struggle with illustrations. So I'm still in Genesis 22, and I click the tab illustrations. So now I'm in the tabs illustration, and so I want an illustration. I need some illustrations for Genesis 22, 1 through 19. I need some illustrations. All right. I need some illustrations. So, or you can type in, give me, giving up your only son. I can change the tone of the illustration. Do I want it serious, lighthearted? How do I want this illustration to hit? Do I want it historical? What? That's one of the things, or I can pick one of the things of that Logos suggested, that obedience, faith, or giving up your own son, however. All right. So it generates. I typed in, give me illustrations about giving up your only son. All right. Imagine a father who's deeply invested in his son's baseball career. You see how it gives me that? And then it ties it in just like Abraham, who was asked to give up Isaac. He knew that sometimes it's about letting go, to let someone grow, even if it involves a little light-hearted banner. You see that? Y'all, I mean, it create these illustrations. Picture a team. Consider a graduating student who has a favorite hoodie from high school, letting stuff go. A father and son, one silly bet over a video game. Those things. So, and you can make it personal, historical. So illustrations. Illustrations. So you don't have to search the internet. You don't have to go all over the place looking for illustrations. You don't have to go everywhere looking for illustrations. Hey, it's right there. It's right there. Right there in the sermon assistant. Everything you need is right there. The outline, help you with your outline, and then help you put some meat on those bones, on your skeleton, and help bring life to it. Is, I believe, is the illustrations. All right, the illustrations make it become the life. So that's right there in the sermon assistant. So then when we look at is there any questions? Any questions? Y'all got any questions? If you got any questions, put it in the comment section. I'll do my best to try to respond to your questions. All right. So here goes the big thing now. Everybody, okay, now you've shown me that. What do I do now? All right. I want to set up my own layout. And that's one of the biggest things with word search we were able to do is set up our own layouts, and then we're able to go back to them. And Logos has that same ability. It's the same ability, it's just with a different look. The same ability with a different look. So with that, so when I do Logos, okay, just say I'm gonna open up with my Bible. That's the first thing I'm gonna open up. I'm open with my Bible, and we're looking at tonight Genesis 22, and that's what I love about Logos. Logos, man, you can shorthand it, and it knows what you're talking about. All right, Genesis 22. So my Logos, I have my Bible, and you saying, hey, I want to put my favorite commentary I want my commentary on the right side. Now, let me say this. Logos do have layouts that you can use. And it's right here. You see these right here? These right here? They have layouts up here. You see 1, 2, 3, all that up there. You see that up here? You hit the box right up under the question mark, and it has those. You could do the 3 tile, 4 tile. You could do that. But I'm going to show you how to set it up to make it look like the 4 tile. All right? It's not hard. It's not hard. All right? So what we're going to do, and if you want to, I'm going to show you. We're going to show you how to make it look like the 4 tile. So just say I need the 4 tile. I want the 4 tile. All right? All right, I want the 4 tile. All right. So I got my Bible. Then what I'm gonna do? I want my favorite. Like I said, I want my favorite commentary. Let's do. And guess what? If I want to go through all that, I can go. All right. Type. All right, my bad. So I want to go to filter. I want to hit the 3 lines. I want to filter. What type I want? I want a biblical commentary. Okay, so I already filtered it. So now I need biblical commentary. I want the Bible. Bible knowledge. Bible knowledge. So what I do is I've went to my library. I've typed in Bible knowledge. Here goes the commentary right here. I'm going to take it from my library and drag it right there. This Logos is having a mind of his own tonight. It's having a mind of its own, y'all. I don't know why. It has a mind of its own. Okay. It's ways around it. There's ways around it. But what you do is, okay. So now I got the Bible knowledge on one side, and I want I have my preferred Bible, whatever your preferred Bible is. So now I'm going to show you something. So now I'm reading my Bible, but notice my commentary is not moving. I can't get my commentary to move. It's my Bible I'm reading, but my commentary is not moving. So one of the things that Logos has is called link sets. Link set is when you go over here and you link. I'm a link set A over here, and I have to go over here and do the same thing over here to my commentary. Link set A. So now when I read my Bible, did y'all see that? When I read my Bible, now my commentary moves with my Bible. So now they're linked together. All right? They are linked together. So when I read, whenever I stroll, it's reading. Now, the thing is, if I open up another Bible, or just say I want to open up another Bible right here. You see why I hit that? And I know I'm maybe taking you a little fast. Just say I want to go to the Christian Study Bible. It pulls it up, right? I've changed translations. Changed translations, but guess what? It's still moving. All right? It's still moving. Then just say, hey, I want to go back to my ESV. I want to go back to my preferred Bible. Hit the back button. Bang. Ain't none. That's it. That's that, man. And then just say you got this open, and just say you want to go to you want to change another resource. So I'm looking at a resource, the Expositor's Bible Commentary. All right. I want to change the resource over here on my commentary. I want to look at this commentary. I've changed the resource, but guess what? It's still linked. It's still roll. It's still going. And just say I want to go back to the Bible commentary. There you go. All right. So it's still linked. Linking your panels together will help it flow in sync. All right. It will help it flow in sync. And then just say if you add a resource, if I want to look at, let's look at John MacArthur Study Bible. Just say I want to look at the John MacArthur Study Bible. So now I'm on the John MacArthur Study Bible. What I have to do is, if I wanted to work with my Bible, I have to do what I did with the Bible Knowledge Commentary. I have to connect it with link A. I have to connect it. Now it rolls like that. And then when I go over to that, it does the same thing. All right. So if and that's all you have to do is add your panels. You can add your panels, and this Logos is doing what it wants to do tonight. But you can add your panels and just say, hey, you want to add it. And when you add your panels, when you add your panels, so when you add it, you add your panels. Now, most people are saying, okay, I got it set. How do I say this, man? Help me. Because I got this thing saved. I got it like I want it. It's linked, everything together. I got it. How do I save it? Okay, let me show you how to save this so you can always come back to it. Because I'm going to show you what happened to me. Tell you what happened to me. One time, I was studying for the week, had a member to pass, and guess what? I had to study for a eulogy. So what I had to do, I had to save what I was working on for Sunday and put up a panel and create me a panel for the eulogy. And then when I got through with the eulogy, I had to come back to Sunday morning. So what I do is, what you do, how you save it, you go down here where it say layouts, all right? You hit layouts. This top one is what we have been working with right here. This one right here. You want to hit save. Save as layout. Put Genesis 22. All right. Gen 22. Hit enter. It's saved. All right? It's saved. So how I close everything out is I close all panels. All panels are closed. So now it's closed. Okay. Hey, I've closed it down for the week. I've done what I'm going to do for the week, for the night. I want to come back to it. So what you do, go back to layouts. Look over here to you where it say save layouts. Y'all see all them, that's the text I was preaching. Go right here, Gen 22. Pop right back up. Now let me show you something that's very vital to this. Just say I added on this side. Just say I added, I'm just trying to find something. No, I want to add something. Let's see what we can add. So just say we want to add, let's do that. Okay, I added a translation. So I've added a translation. I've done the link set. I've linked it. It's good. But if you don't do this, it will not save because you made a change to it. When you close it out, if you don't do this vital part, what I'm about to show you, it's going to go back to the original like you had it. But you want to save this. So what you do, you go back to your layouts. All right? You go back to your layouts and you hit update active. You have to hit update active. It's very important that you hit that. So when you hit it, it has now updated what you have done. Let's close it out again. All right, we closed it out. Now let's go back to layouts. Genesis 22. Now, you see, now it has opened back up everything that we have saved. All right, so now it has opened up everything we have saved. Now you're saying, okay, what Logos has done, what I like to use, and you can set it up. Logos has, which is called guides. They have an exegetical guide, and I'm going to show you. It's called guides, all right? Guides is going to be your best friend, all right? It's this little box right here, guides. You got passage guide, theological guide, all right? Exegetical guide. Exegetical guide is dealing with more so word study. All right. So, but there's a guide called Passage Guide. Passage Guide brings everything together. It's everything you need in one place. Everything you need in one place. Now, before I get to the Passage Guide, let's go to the Passage Guide. What time is it? 9:01. Okay. I'm going to give y'all, we're going to be on just a little while longer because we started a little later tonight. All right. We done had some malfunctions. So I'm going to be on a little while longer. So the Passage Guide. I hope this helping y'all. I hope this is helping y'all. We getting a good response? They tuned in? Okay. All right. Good. All right. So the Passage Guide. The Passage Guide brings everything. Y'all, I got my wife tonight helping me down here. So the Passage Guide brings everything that Logos on that text that you're going to be studying. We're going to be in Genesis 22, right? That's just the text we're going to use. Or let's use John 3:16. Let's switch text. Let's use Genesis 22 because what we'll be looking at. So I want to show you. So everything that we need to build our sermon on that passage is going to be in this Passage Guide. All right? So we hit Passage Guide. That's what I'm preaching Sunday, 1 Kings. So I've been I've been using my Passage Guide. So Genesis 22, and we're going to look at verses 1 through 19. That's what we've been reading. So the Passage Guide. So what the Passage Guide does, it brings all, because I know you've been looking for it, all my commentaries together, all my parable parallel passage, cross references, your concordance. It's all that you're looking for is in your passage guide. The biblical place, the biblical place, the biblical people, biblical things. And now I know y'all wondering, like, what is this collections? I'm gonna have to do another live on that. I'm gonna have to show y'all how to do those collections. That's a whole nother. That collections is powerful because it was, man, I'm telling you, it's powerful. I may show y'all tonight. So with my commentaries, most of yours, many of yours gonna come up like this. It's gonna say priority. All right, it's gonna come up like that. What I like to do is go to type. All right, what commentary am I looking for? All right, so I'm looking for an exegetical commentary. So let me look at the biblical, look at that one. All right, or I'm looking for this is one of my hidden gems right here. I'm gonna give y'all a hidden gem. The UBSH, the handbook. That's one of my gems. All right. That's a good one. All right. So I'm just going through my commentaries. I'm looking through them, whatever type I'm looking for, and just go back to type. All right. You're looking for a devotional, or you need more applicational. That's going to be more so Warren Wisby. You're going to have him, Matthew Henry. Those are more applicational. Devotional, Wisby too is he's very devotional. And I can't think Vernon McGee. All right. So you have those. Then you say, okay, and I have created to be my own. So I'm looking for parallel passages. Okay. These are the parallel passages. The parallel, it shows you. All right. Parallel passages. Then you're looking for, it all depends on how deep you want to go. You got outlines of the passage, biblical events, biblical things, the log, the sheep, the stone altar. I mean, all that. Biblical things. And guess what? You can hit it and it opens up the fact book. Now, I was going to get into that next to show you what the fact book is really. It's very helpful. And I believe the fact book should be really where you start, because the fact book brings everything together to help you get a clear understanding. Sermon outlines. Sermons. All right. Here goes right here. In your library, there are people who have preached this text before. Dr. Aaron Rodgers, man, one of the best. Dr. E.K. Bailey. I bought this during the conference of E.K. Bailey. Y'all, it has been a blessing to me. And he has a whole manuscript. Now, I'm not telling you this to go preach his sermon. Okay? But I'm telling you this so you can see his approach of the text. How did he approach the text? And if you do take some inserts, or you do take some information, please do not do plagiarism. All right? Give the preacher credit. All right? Dr. Joel Gregory, he preached a text on Genesis 22. All right? He preached a text on it. And look at it. There you go. He preached the text, and you can read it. His approach of Genesis 22. All right? So you have sermons. You have sermons. You have sermon outlines. Sermon outlines. You got sermons. You have illustrations. Everything you need to put your sermon together, you have it. The grammatical structure, everything you need is right here in your passage guide. You shouldn't have to go nowhere else to go look and search for anything when it comes to coming to put your sermon together. All right. When you in that passage guide, the passage guide pulled everything from all components, everything. They bring it together, and it's right there in the passage guide. And you can do the same thing, just like you did that layout with this passage guide. You can do the same thing. Save as name layout, Genesis 22. Let's do this 22 1 through 19 because we already have Genesis 22. We do 1 through 19. Hit enter. All right. Close out, and I'm gonna show you another way on close all panels. So go to the layouts, Genesis 22 1 through 19. Click it and bring everything up. All right, bring everything up that we have saved. Now let me show you another way. This Logos icon right here, up here, is enter the passage. So I'm gonna enter the passage right there. If you have forgotten, you say I don't know where the passage got at. I don't know how to get to it. I don't know how to get to the passage study layout. I don't know how to get to it. That Logos icon right here in the top of your left of your screen is going to lead you to where you need to go. Just enter the topic or enter the passage. All right, enter the topic or enter the passage. So if we're doing Genesis 22 1 through 19, and say, okay, now I want to get to my passage study layout. That's what you're looking for, my passage study layout. Or I want to open up a Bible and commentary layout. I just want a Bible, or I want to do a study Bible layout. Okay. Just say you want to do study Bible layout. All right. You see how that came out, study Bible layout? That's my preferred Bible and my preferred study Bible. I hadn't changed it. That's my preferred study Bible. And study Bibles are my best friend, and they should become yours, because study Bibles help you. Dr. Romeo Williams taught us that a long time ago back in Jacksonville, Florida, at the Cutting It Straight preaching conference. That's his first approach. He goes to study Bibles. So you go to. We want to look at the passage study layout. Is some questions or anything? Okay. The passage study layout, Genesis 22 1 through 19. Bang. Y'all see that? Now I have a passage guide that is now open, right? And now it has my preferred commentary and my preferred Bibles that I've set. All right? And y'all, there's so much more. I can't show y'all everything tonight. But man, it's so much more to this. I mean, it's crazy. So my passage guide, just say, like I said, if you forgot, you said, I forgot. I don't know where that guy told me where to go, but I'm gonna hit that Logos icon in your left corner and it say enter passage and topic. Put your passage there. You say, I don't know how to get to that layout, but I want that layout. Type it in, and you want to go to passage study layout. Bang. There you go. And all those features that I showed you are right there. All those features, the Bible, everything. Everything is laid out right there. And notice that these are linked, okay? So when I do the passage study layout, it automatically links my Bibles and commentary together. So let me open up, just pick one. Warren Wiersbe, let's use him. All right? So if I open up one, now I have to link it. Link A. All right? So now if I open it up, you see now? So you saying, okay, what if I just want what if I just want this Bible and this commentary to be together, and I want everything else stay the same? Go to link B and link it to link B. Now, won't nothing else move, but in B would be this, right? Now, if I go here, A, notice nothing moves there. It doesn't move this because they're not linked together. All right? Then it could be the same way, save it. If you're working on it, save it, close it out. Let me give you one more tip tonight. I hope this blessing y'all as well as blessing me. I love this, and y'all, I love this this Logos. So, like I was stating, the fat book. Go to Genesis 22.
Earl said, can you go back to where the outlines are, please?
Okay. All right. So, to the outlines. Okay, let me go back. Genesis 22, 1 through 19. Passage. And this is the thing about this passage guide layout, that I can move this stuff around. It's not in concrete and it's not in stone. So if I don't like my commentaries up front, I can move them all the way down to the bottom. I can move it. If I want to have my concordance first, I can put that first. So the passage guide, you stroll and you keep going down. And I think mine is still in order. Okay. So the sermon outlines. You got the sermons. These are the sermons that they have preached. And I want to do not be afraid to read other people's sermon. H.B. Charles says that he reads other people's sermon. It's nothing wrong. Read it, because sometimes reading other people's sermons causes you to look at the text from another perspective. And it may point some out in the text that you missed, or bring something to light that you may, need to see. So there's plenty of times I read other people's sermon just to see. All right. So you got the sermons, and then you have the sermon outlines. All right. Sermon outlines. You click on them, and the sermon outlines come up like that. All right. Am I good? Okay. So the sermon outlines, you got the sermons and the sermon outlines. And you can move them. This is not in stone. Not in, you can move them. And guess what? You like, okay, so I just brought up, let's see. Let me find one. Okay. I just brought up Dr. E.K. Bailey's sermon. And I'm preaching Genesis 22, but I want his sermon. Can I link his sermon with the passage? Yes. When I click the link, set A, and guess what? When I stroll, guess what it does? It strolls. It strolls. I'm in Genesis 23 now. Guess what? It brings up his sermon, Coping with Death. As I stroll, guess what? It's strolling. It brings it up. Whatever I'm at, if I keep strolling, whatever sermon he has in that passage, it's going to come up because it's linked together. Or whatever outline. Just say if I do link set A with Dr. Aaron Rodgers, and whatever, if I keep strolling, I'm in Genesis 28 now. And guess what? He got a sermon in Genesis 28, 10 through 22. And it's steady strolling. So as long as I stroll, and if he has a sermon, there go, it just shift. Genesis 32, 1 through. So if you have a sermon in that particular passage, if I link them, it's going to pop up. All right. And so you say, well, what if I want to save this? What if I want to save this? Guess what? I can save it. Let me save it. Oh man, hold on. And what if you just did like I just did? You close something out, guess what you could do? Snapshot. Bring it back. That's the blessing I love, what I love about it. After you close, if you make a mistake and close it, you can always go back to the panel. It has the time. You can save as. All right. No, I want to. Okay, we want to save this, cause I'm gonna show you something. All right, because it just doesn't work with a particular passage. Just say we want to go to John 3:16. I just want to look at that particular verse. Right? So now, if I put that in there, and you said, well, I you may not see the different tabs like you see on mine, the commentaries or the biblical place. You can always add it. Go over here and you can always add it. All right. Cultural concepts, you can always add it. All right. You can always add it to your passage guide. All right. Let me show you this last feature. So one of the big tools I like to use is the fact book. So the fact book is I can take a passage and just say I'm gonna take the Genesis 22. Genesis 22 and 1 through 18. God tests Abraham. Now, what the fact book does, it starts, now it gives me the text, right? Gives me the text. And now it gives me the text in English, and I have 107 different versions of this text, right? And I'm gonna show you maybe one more other thing. We're gonna get off here at 9:30. So I can see it in the English, Hebrew, Greek, Aramaic, Latin, and all that. I can just right here. Then it has commentaries. If I want to open up a commentary and just read on it, I could read on just straight out the fact book. Then y'all remember that study assistant? Remember that study assistant that I showed you all, that AI generated study assistant? Well, Factbook has now generated questions to ask, because you may be reading the text and now you saying, I don't know what to ask the text. AI now, what Logos has done in the fact book, has now given you questions that give you like a booster, give you a jump start on the text. What was Abraham's response to God's command? Right? Those questions, and guess what? It's gonna come up just like it came up when we did the study assistance. AI, this Logos just has a mind of his own tonight. But it will come up. There you go. Okay. So you see? So now you see, that's just in the fact book. It has come up and asked follow-up questions. Now it's going to bring on my right side, it's going to bring up the study assistant to continue. All right, to continue. So now these are questions that Logos has said, okay, that you may be asking. how this story viewed in other religions, right? What was the cultural context of child sacrifice? We remember I asked those questions in the beginning. Well, the fact book has already implemented those questions. You don't have to type them. All you gotta do is just hit the arrow down. It's gonna open it up. All right. Got those questions for you. Then it has the people, place, and things. Abraham, Isaac, God, the angel of the Lord. Then it show you how many times it was said. Isaac was said 31 times. 31 times in that text. From Genesis chapter 22, verse 1 through 19. 31 times. Abraham's name was mentioned 88 times. Y'all see that? 88 times. Places, you hit the tab, places, Moriah was 9 times. Any region, all right? Things, sheep, 6 times. So you have those, the logs, the mountains, all right? Then you have the biblical events. What was going on during this time? What was going on during this time? So this helped me. If I hit outline, will it go? Okay, it didn't go over. So the event, it took me to another event. All right. But if I hit the event, it gives me, and I have to show you at another time about how to look at the timeline and show you how the timeline work. And that's another lesson for another day. But it gives you the events. All right. It gives you the events. It gives you deep, if you want to dive deeper in particular individuals. Just say we want to look at Isaac. All right. We want to study Isaac. So Isaac is going to give us the dictionary, the questions to ask. It's going to give relatives, his interactions, his wife, later on his father with God, biblical events that's taken place in Isaac's life, reported speeches. I mean, y'all, this is all in the fact book. This is all in the fact book. And then, let me see. The other week I preached out of, I can't remember what 2 Kings, I think. And I talked about Hezekiah and Sennacherib. Now, I had to tell my church that I had to look this word up. But then there is no way that we should be in the pulpit mispronouncing words. Because Logos has it that you all can't hear it tonight, but it has words that you can hear. All right. That's how I learned that word. Then I found out who it was through the dictionary. And then I wanted to read more on them. I read more and it caused it. I mean, I had to do my search on them. What does Sennacherib defeat teaches us about God? The people. What is the issue between him and Hezekiah? Those are the questions I asked. All right. Y'all, is there any questions? I got 4 minutes. Is there any questions? Put them in the comments. Any questions? Any questions, y'all? Any questions? I hope this has hope this been a help to you all.
Pastor Fields sent 599 stars.
Okay. And anybody, thank you so much, Pastor Fields, for the stars. Anybody else, man, if you want to be a blessing, hey, I'm not asking you for anything, but if you want to be a blessing, it's truly appreciated. I thank you so much for it. But y'all, this has been a great This has been a great.
Pastor Rudy still said, this is good, big help.
Okay, thank you, Pastor Fields.
Timothy Rice,
Seals,
sealed.
Seals. Okay, Seals. Seals Funeral Services in Cleveland, Mississippi. My friend and brother. Hey, man, good to see you tonight. And also Greater New Kingdom in Cleveland, Mississippi. Man, great friend and brother of mine. Thank God for him. All right.
Yeah, Pastor Leotta Shelton says, this is good, Briggs, and then he asked for your cash out.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much to my big brother, Dr. Lee Arthur Shelton. That's my big brother, man. Thank God for you. And pray. Uh, my cash app is CAB. Uh,
0609.
nah. Hold on. Hold on. I don't want to give y'all the wrong one. Uh, hold on. Hold on. So, any other questions while I'm getting this together? Any other question tonight, y'all? It's my cash app is CAB0509. $ CAB0509. And if anybody want to be a blessing, man, I ain't asking y'all for nothing tonight. Hey, there's so much more to Logos, y'all. When I say it's so much more to Logos that I hadn't even hit the tip of the iceberg on what Logos can do for us. And we don't have to work as hard. We don't have to, I mean, man, it does the work for us. All right. Is there any other questions that somebody want me to re-show you something real quick? Is it something that I missed? Something that you is a specific area real quick that you want me to show you, and I can show you that real quick. Isn't it anything in the comments? Uh, Anything in the comments or anything real quick that I missed or that somebody just needs some help on real quick? Y'all be on the lookout. There's some more training, more instruction, and some more information that I'm going to be putting out there for us as we continue to grow and continue to evolve in our preaching and teaching and even in our research in the academia. All right. Is there anything else? Any other comments? Any?
No, everybody's saying thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Lamont Higginbottom.
Okay.
Senior,
Okay.
this is good.
All right.
Pastor Deshaun is on.
All right. Now, y'all, I was going to. Who?
Earl Graham.
Okay.
Pastor Graham.
All right. Dr. Graham, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Y'all, I was going to take this down. I was going to take it down. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it up for 24 hours. 24 hours. No, what's today? Friday? Sunday. I'm going to take it down Sunday. So you got from the day to Sunday. From the day to Sunday to go back and do those things you need to do. And, you know, you can pause it, rewind it, whatever you need to do. You can do that. I'm going to leave it up till Sunday, and then I'm going to take it down because there's some other things I want to do pertaining to this instruction and training. All right? Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. Thank y'all for coming in and being with me tonight. And I pray y'all were blessed just as I was blessed. And y'all have a wonderful night. Be safe, stay warm, and I pray that through this training that you're preaching and that your teaching will go to a next level. Let me pray for you before we get out of here tonight. Father, I say thank you for my brother and sister tonight. I thank you, Lord, for this time of teaching and instruction. Father, I pray, Lord, that as we are taking the time out tonight, Lord, to study your word and become better stewards of your word, by training ourselves into the Logos. Now, Father, we pray, Lord, that you will open up our minds, open up our eyes, that we may see your truths, that we may see your word even the clearer, Father. I thank you for revelation. I thank you for illumination. And Father, I pray, Lord, for every preacher, every pastor. Father, I pray tonight, God, that you will bless them as they are standing to declare your word. Father, if it's in a pulpit or even in a classroom, Father, I pray tonight, God, that your word will penetrate their hearts and that your word will be just like it was in Jeremiah, that it will be like fire that will shut up in their bones. I thank you for them tonight, God, and I thank you for this time that you have allowed us to come together. I give you all the praise, and flesh get no glory but you alone. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Y'all have a good night. I love you. Be blessed.